I'm looking for some fine tuning around power of influence.
Around what?
The power of influence.
Power of influence, fine-tuning around the power of influence.
So in some of your previous workshop, you have been making reference to everybody has got their inner beings.
Yeah, everyone.
And
everyone has access to this.
Yeah, everyone has access to the source energy.
Yeah.
And if the source energy is not able to bring them to the alignment,
Good, this is good.
then who the heck you are to even try it.
You follow what he's saying? We say this often, that when very well-meaning teachers are really wanting to help someone and wanting to be of service and wanting to be there for them, and often we say their own inner being is flowing to them, and if their own inner being is not able to get their attention, then why are you taking on that responsibility, is really what we're saying. Why are you wanting to feel the responsibility for that? But have you noticed that in the conversations that we've been having in these days that we've been together, that what we've been emphasizing to you, it isn't that we want you to give up on wanting to uplift others. It's just that we don't want you to give up your connection when you can't. That's the point that we've been making. And those are the people to whom we've been saying those words. Because sometimes teachers are so service-oriented and they are so wanting for the benefit of another. That's why we said to our friend earlier that it looks like she has come in order to help her son out of trouble, when really it is a co-creation where he is helping her to understand something important too. We also often say that we really appreciate those holdouts who are not easily influenced to their own well-being, because when you finally give up on trying to create through action or control someone else's behavior, that's when you finally relax into your own well-being. Did we get there for you? Did that answer the question?
It does.
Because we agree with you. That did sound like a contradiction. It just isn't.
I had another question in the same line.
Yeah?
So in your previous workshops, you have been making reference to napping.
Say again?
You have been making reference to taking naps.
Yes.
Which was kind of doing the same effect like meditation.
It's not the same as meditation at all, but it does stop the negative momentum.
Okay. I used to like that napping coming from you.
These days, we're not talking quite as much, especially to the likes of you. We're not talking quite so much about techniques to slow negative momentum as we are about techniques to allow the positive momentum. In other words, and it's because of who you are. Sometimes people felt some contradiction in the labels that we were applying even to this body of work. At first we called it the science of deliberate creation, but you got too heady about it. You thought too much about the deliberateness, and you wanted to do affirmations, and you wanted to do scripting. In other words, it was like you were wanting to will the universe to do what you wanted it to do. And we're not completely opposed to that, because the universe will do what you want it to do. But there's an attitude within that that sort of gets in your way. A sort of trying too hard, a sense of trying to overcome something. It was really about too much action and too much words to compensate for vibration that you had not accomplished. So then we began calling it the art of allowing, putting more emphasis on just relaxing, accepting that the well-being is flowing to you, and that if you will relax and not do that thing you do that blocks it, that then you will let it in. We are encouragers of anything that puts you in that state of greater allowing. And of course, it's not practical that everything we say applies to every single moment of every single day of every single person, because you are moving about. You are in various stages of alignment. And this is what we wish for you to understand about our message. We want you to master, that's really what step 4 is. We want you to master your own mix of vibrations. And by master it, we don't mean control it. We mean understand it. Understand what negative emotion means. Understand what good feeling, positive emotion means. Esther has said to herself and to those up close to her, when she has felt an aversion to something, and maybe someone is encouraging her that she should have more positive feeling about something. And Esther will say, what good is my guidance system if I'm not allowed to feel some negative emotion? She's starting to understand the importance of the riverbank. This is the evolution of this conversation that we're having in this science of deliberate creation, is that do whatever is important or necessary for you to do in any moment to lean in the direction of who you are. So these things are necessary. You first have to understand that you are an extension of source energy, and you've got that. And next you have to understand that there is a vibrational reality that is in the state of becoming, and that is a vibrational reality that as it becomes, you will like it because you created it. It is your creation. You get the credit for it. It is your delicious creation. And that it is all queued up, and it has been empowered with the energy that creates worlds, which is because the focus of your inner being is upon it. And when anyone focuses upon anything, law of attraction comes at a stronger way. So we want you to feel the power of your own influence, of your own inner being toward the things that you have created. Talk about a team. Talk about a team, a collective team of creation, you see. And so we think you've got that, don't you? Don't you understand about your vortex? And now the only other thing that is necessary is that moment by moment you understand where you are in the mix. Oh, I'm having a step one moment. Good for me. Oh, I'm allowing source to round out some more things that are important to me. That's easy. I am deliberately quieting my own mind so that I'm not in the way of anything. My mind has been quieted. I know I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and now I'm deliberately thinking about it. I'm deliberately encouraging the momentum on the subjects that are important to me. So now I'm doing the affirming. Now I'm offering affirmation, not ever affirming from my place of lack, but always affirming from my place of alignment. And then our favorite part of your life experience is when you consciously acknowledge as you stand in witness of your own powerful creating. That's the best. That's the best. That's when you feel exhilaration. That's when you feel passion. That's when that feeling of pride and ownership comes over you. That's that feeling of invincibility. I've come and I've seen and I've desired and I've aligned and I've accomplished. That's all satisfaction. All satisfaction comes from that sequence of intentionality and allowance. Yeah. The science of deliberate creation, the science of deliberate intention, the science of deliberate creation, the science of deliberate intention, the art of allowing the unfolding of the intentions that I've set forth, the art of witnessing consciously the unfolding of the intentions that I've set forth. Satisfaction. Yeah.